see, our vision for our young adult ministry is this, that we exist to end the regret crisis of people in their 20s so that they don't waste their 30s healing from it.
This is a replay, a special replay of our live 2026 digital conference right here on Young Adults Today. Be sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and podcast. In just a moment, more from Mike Alvarez on your vision, on your mission, and on your strategy to reach young adults. May your city be impacted by the grace of God and revival. Well, we want to help you with the resources and events that you need. You need a resource called Coaching Communities. Check out more.
Happy New Year, everybody. It's 2026. Here at Young Adults Today, we realize that ministry can be lonely, and it doesn't have to be. So we want an opportunity to extend an invitation to join our coaching communities and the program that we have limited spaces for that launch in February. You'll meet along with us, a lot of young adult ministry pastors. There'll be monthly peer-to-peer mentoring. We're sharing ideas, building community. So check out more details below at youngadults.today/coaching-communities for more information.
Also, we want to see you and your team in Minneapolis, Minnesota this March 13th and 14th. More details at youngadults.today/conference. Take it away, Mike.
I hope you guys are doing well. I know that we're coming on the downhill of this, and I just want to thank Micah and Josiah for the opportunity to share here today. And I love seeing a lot of you guys' backgrounds. And Nancy, you have a really cool picture of Jesus in the back of yours, which is really cool. I love that. Guys, today I want to talk about something that hopefully will be really practical for you guys. And as you guys are taking notes, hopefully this will kind of help you guys elevate and move your ministry to something much bigger or with more clarity. But if you want to write this down, the title of my talk is "See the City, Save the Future." And so I want to talk a little bit about how vision, mission, and method can change a generation. And so I'm sure that you guys know this already, but your city or your community is discipling your young adults more than your church is. And so sometimes, like in their circle, the circle that they have, are discipling them more than sometimes our churches. Every billboard, every algorithm, every song, every screen they see is influencing them. And the problem is, if the church doesn't define the future, culture always will. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about vision and mission and method. And so vision is how we will take that back, by the way. And so just to bring clarity about this, because sometimes when I went into ministry, I had a very difficult time understanding the difference between vision, mission, method, all that. Some people talk about that vision and mission are the same thing. And I would say it's not. Let me just give you some definitions about this so that you guys can go ahead and figure this out for yourself. But vision is where you're going. Vision is where you're going. Mission is why you're going there. Vision is where you're going. Mission is why you're going there. Method is how you're getting there. So vision is where you're going. Mission is why you're going there. Method is how you're getting there. Most ministries fail at this. They have activities without direction, passion without purpose, programs without vision. And so we're not here to run a young adult service. We're here to reshape a community, reshape a generation by reshaping this generation. And so this is not about church growth. This is about future rescue. And so I think sometimes we need to get this kind of in our head. We're about rescuing the future. That's the whole idea of vision and mission and method. So if you want, you can write this down. Here's the first thought: that vision decides the future you refuse to accept. Vision is deciding the future you refuse to accept. Remember, vision is where you're going. So vision is not what you're doing. It's what you're fighting for. Vision is not about what you're doing. It's what you're fighting 4. Ask yourself this question: what will my city or my community look like if nothing changes? If I don't do anything about this, then what won't change in young adults' lives within the community that I'm in? You see, our vision for our young adult ministry is this: that we exist to end the regret crisis of people in their 20s so that they don't waste their 30s healing from it. That's our vision. We exist to end the regret crisis of people in their 20s so that they don't waste their 30s healing from it. You see, that's vision. I saw a future that I refused to accept. And so, what future do you refuse to accept for the young adults in your community, in your area, in your region? So, I want you to practice this exercise. I want you to write down this statement, and you can think about this for yourself. In our city, you can write this down. In my city or in my community, young adults will no longer, and then fill in the blank. In my community, in my city, young adults will no longer, and for some of you, it might be drift spiritually. For some of you, it might live without purpose. Maybe for others of you, it might be build broken relationships or waste their potential. You see, vision is a picture of a healed future. I'm going to say that again. Vision is a picture of a healed future. You see, if you can't describe the future in one sentence, you're going to have a hard time having people follow you and follow your ministry as it grows, as it gets bigger. Here's the second thing. You can write this down. Mission defines the pain you're solving. Mission defines the pain you're solving. Remember that mission is the why we're going there. So it defines the pain you're solving. Vision shows the destination, but mission explains the urgency. Mission explains the urgency. So it's a problem-focused leadership. When you look into the mission, it's a problem-focused leadership. So as a missional leader, you should ask, what pain breaks my heart enough to build my life around it? What pain breaks your heart enough to build your life around it? So you can write this down as a practical practice for you as you're thinking through mission. You can write this down. Our mission exists because young adults in our city are, and then fill in the blank. Let me repeat that again. Our mission exists because young adults in our city are, and for some of you, it might be confused about truth, or lost in their identity, or aimless in their purpose, or isolated from community. So our mission exists because young adults in our city are, and then fill in the blank there. You see, mission is pain with direction. Think about that for a moment. Mission is pain with direction. See, your ministry is not a service, it's a solution to your community. You're bringing a solution. You're bringing some clear things to the people that you're ministering to. Here's the third thing. You can write this down. Method creates a simple path people can follow. Method creates a simple path people can follow. And I want you to emphasize on the word simple. Remember that method is how we get there. And this is where I think at times most leaders get this wrong, and they tend to make this a little complicated. See, when you look at Jesus and you look at his method, Jesus was pretty simple in this. Jesus was all about follow me, be with me, or become like me. His was follow me, be with me, become like me. And so sometimes our methods, when we go into this, we're about gathering the people, grouping the people, grounding the people, and then sending them. You know, Jesus was really simple about his approach. Don't overcomplicate the method. You see, simple beats impressive. Clarity beats creativity. And so ask yourself the question as you're trying to think through the method of what you're doing. If someone joined your ministry today, would they know what to do next? If someone joined your ministry today, would they know what to do next? You see, method removes confusion, and confusion kills momentum. I'm going to say that again. Method removes confusion, and confusion kills momentum. So, what's at stake if we don't have a vision? Well, culture will eventually shape them, or their circle will eventually shape them. What's at stake if we don't have a mission? Well, what will happen is young adults will chase comfort. And if we don't have a method that we design for them, ultimately young adults will end up drifting. But what would it look like if we ended up having all these things in place? Young adults will then eventually choose a calling over culture. They'll choose purpose that replaces the pressure in their life. They'll choose community over loneliness, and they'll choose ministry and helping you transform their community for the cause of Christ. So we're not just running a young adult ministry, we're shaping a generation's future. So I want you to think about those things as you are moving forward in your ministry. Thanks a lot.
Hey everybody, this is Josiah Keneally, and I want to call all young adult ministry leaders. We are gathering this March 13th and 14th, 2026 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It won't be the same without you and your team there. So sign up today. There's going to be times of worship lifting up the name of Jesus. We will share meals and break bread together. We're going to pray together. We will grow and exchange ideas and best practices. One of my favorite parts each and every year is the round table discussion. You're going to hear from trusted voices in church, leadership, and young adult ministry through main sessions, through panels and Q&A times. It's not just an event though. This is a community, your home base for young adult ministry as a leader. Let's start the year off strong and together, and we will reach the next generation for Christ.